students from all over the country submitted short films that focused on the themes of service and giving back. Out of more than 1,700 entries, 15 were chosen. Selected entries range from the Archer Hadley story, a film about a high school senior with cerebral palsy, fundraising to install handicap access doors in his high school, to 6-year-old Noah Goo's project for protection of Montana's wildlife and environment in Noah's project, Through My Eyes. One group of young filmmakers, many of whom are residents of the Ulysses Grant Housing Project in New York, focused on mentoring programs in their Harlem neighborhood.
We live in Harlem, USA. It's often called the Mecca of Black America.
Like all great communities, there's a tradition of providing guidance and training to the next generation. We took a look at several programs in our neighborhood.
First, we needed a great definition of a mentor.
A mentor brings you insight. A mentor shares experiences from his or her life in order that when you come up against hard knocks, he made it, I think I can too.
Student filmmakers David Maxwell and Chav Johnson and their mentor and director of the Digital Media Training Program in Harlem, Melvin McCrae, join me now. All right, guys, so you got to go to the White House. Was that your first time in that experience?
Yes, ma'am, it was. And it was a very exciting experience, too.
What was the best parts of it?
Meeting the president and just going to the White House in general.
How did it feel to have a film that you'd worked on screened there in the White House?
I felt very honored and grateful that I got to make it there. I mean, because how many kids my age or of my color actually get to go to the White House?
I want to dig into the actual film a little bit itself. It's on mentoring. After working on this project, what did you learn about mentoring? What do you now know that you didn't know before?
Well, I know that mentoring is a fatherhood, motherhood, and brotherhood. It could be very informational.
So there's tons that you can learn from. Are there mentors that you would identify, people who in your life or in this project you would say these are clear mentors?
Yes, my mentor is Reverend James Singletary. You know, throughout my life, he's been there. For instance, you know, he introduced me to this program called Friday Night Live that I attend now, which is in cooperation with Digital Media Training Program. And, you know, we entered this film into the White House, and we got there, and, you know.
And that's kind of amazing. Let's listen to Reverend Singletary for a moment, then I want to ask you a question, Mel.
Yeah, I had no experience working with kids, but the one thing that I did have was an ability to love people unconditionally. All the kids want to know is that you love them. And when they get a sense that you love them and that you care about them, you can lead them from here to Kalamazoo.
So speaking of leading kids from here to Kalamazoo, Mel, tell me about the program and sort of what you want young people to learn and what you've seen them learn in the process of becoming young filmmakers.
Well, you know, I realized that people in Black and Latino kids in my community were consuming media. They weren't producing media, and I wanted to do something about it. So I wanted to teach them skills, photography, video, journalism, so they could tell their own stories and be empowered by that. And we got an opportunity to do so with this program. We partnered with Riverside Church, My Image Studios in Harlem, as well as the Columbia University, and we got funding from the West Harlem Development Corporation, and we started teaching these skills, and we noticed that it really made a difference to be able to tell your own stories, and the paradigm shifts. You begin to be a player. You begin to reach out and express your view of the world to others.
Given that we're in the middle of a social movement about Black Lives Matter, do either of you see yourselves going on to make films to tell the stories of some of those Black lives?
Me personally, I don't, because my dream is to become an airplane pilot, and I'm going to go to the military to get my degree. But as to Black Lives Matter, in my community, I think they do matter, because you have children with broken homes and no mentors, and you know, they don't know which path to take, so they choose the path that they see everybody else going, and that leads them into selling drugs, getting arrested.
And so part of the story you told us about mentors helping young people to find a different path. Thank you to David Maxwell and to Chaz Johnson and to Melvin McCray. That's our show for today. Thanks to you at home for watching.